Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So Floyd Mayweather is getting tired of people asking him just about fighting random opponents because people obviously want to see Floyd Mayweather lose. I mean, look, the man's almost 50 years old, right? But Floyd is being, he's keeping it real 100% when it comes to guys like Jake Paul and whoever that clown was during a lot of press conferences over the last week that continued to, just vociferate different things that Floyd Mayweather trying to get under his skin, trying to call him out for a fight, just making a backside of himself. Floyd's obviously tired of all the talk and tired of all these guys calling him out for a payday. So he went on to talk about Jake Paul, and I have to agree with Floyd Mayweather, okay? He warned Jake Paul that his boxing career is going to be over once he faces a real fighter, and he goes on to say, you got these kind of problems right here, pointing to Tommy Fury. Now, that's the truth. Now, this is what makes it interesting, is Tommy Fury fights this weekend. He's actually fighting as a co-main event for the Floyd Mayweather and Deji fight. They're going to be fighting on Sunday. And I am curious to see how Tommy Fury is going to look. Because I'm going to tell you, at his most recent fight, Tommy Fury looked like a boxer. He was doing some really, really good stuff in there. And Jake Paul's not doing that. Yeah, Jake Paul's learning on a job. He's doing some interesting things. He's trying to go to the body. The word is out, the secret's out. Like, he can't mask it anymore or conceal it anymore, okay, that Jake Paul has the big right hand, all right? So it is what it is at this point. But I'm just not sure he's going to be able to get in there and get that right hand off on Tommy Fury. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because Tommy Fury has like an 83-inch reach. Y'all ever see Tommy Fury when he stands up? Yo, no kidding. His hands, his fingertips are below his knees. This man has the same reach. I'm not even being funny, man. Tommy Fury has the same reach like Jaleel Zhang and, Deontay Wilder. This man has the Paul Williams reach. You know what I'm saying? 80 to 83-inch damn reach. Man must have some monkey and some monkey down the line in his family, man. They go do a family tree. They go see the people on that family tree were living in a tree and eating banana and cracking coconut and shit against stones. What the hell is he doing with an 83-inch reach, man? He's 6 feet tall, 6'1". The hell you doing being 6'6"? Man, that shit's funny to me. What you doing being 6'1" with an 83-inch reach? This man have like a pterodactyl, like he must be a dinosaur. Pterodactyl wingspan, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think that's going to create huge problems for Jake Paul because whether we want to admit it or not, Big John Fury and Peter Fury and all the Furies, obviously they're always talking about being, gypsies. The gypsies were fighting people, of a fighting man, and it's blah, 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 right? But obviously there's something there because there's several brothers. I didn't know Tyson Fury had so many damn siblings. Big John Fury was putting in work. But it's like 80% of them actually fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're decent. They're pretty good. So I'd have to say I think Tommy Fury, the longer Jake Paul waits, the worse for Jake Paul. The worse. Because Jake Paul is not, he's not looking polished because he's not polished. Okay? There's a certain type of athleticism that's necessary to really compete in boxing. And Jake Paul, what I'm saying, he doesn't look polished. Yeah, he has a strength and endurance expert in there helping him, the nutritionist. He can go 8 rounds, you know what I'm saying? And that's good. But he's still kind of falling all over the ring. His footwork really isn't there. His balance doesn't really seem to be that great. And those are things that are going to prove to be huge issues against a guy like Tommy Fury, who has his balance, who gets his shots off, has proper technique. He's not falling all over the place. He's fighting with his eyes, and then he has that pterodactyl-like wingspan. And he's got some pop. So I just think the longer Jake Paul waits, Floyd Mayweather's right. He's going to eventually have to get in there with a boxer. And if he's looking to get in there with Tommy Fury, I don't think Jake Paul stands a chance. Now we got to see how Tommy Fury looks this Sunday. And if he looks spectacular, puts forth a stellar performance, hey, we have to laud him and we got to make him the betting favorite. Now, I'm going to go on record right now and I'm going to say this. I don't believe that Jake Paul will fight Tommy Fury if Tommy Fury looks this Sunday like he's really been in the gym, living and breathing boxing, and he puts on an outstanding performance. I don't think Jake Paul's going to want it. Now, fans are going to clamor for it. There's going to be a demand for it, but Jake Paul's going to run from that. He going to run from that. He going to treat Tommy Fury like Tommy Fury got monkeypox. He not going to want nothing to do with that virus. He's like, I'm not contracting any of this gypsy monkeypox. He don't want no parts of that. Okay? But at the end of the day, Jake Paul's the money man. And Money Mayweather's a billionaire, so he doesn't need Jake Paul for a $20, $30, $40 million payday. He's not going to do it. Because I've said this in countless videos. You know, I have almost 600 videos. Look, this is the truth. This is the truth. And I said it in another video. If Jake Paul and Mayweather were to do an exhibition, I am telling you right now, Jake Paul is going to go in there and make it into a no-kidding fight. He's going to try to hurt him. He's going to try to knock him out. It's not going to be an exhibition. And Floyd Mayweather, who is, well undersized when it comes to him and Jake Paul, he's going to have to fight for his life. And I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is going to have a tough time with him, but at the end of the day, when you're giving up, 40 pounds, that's a lot of weight. 50 pounds, that's a lot of weight. That's a big difference. For those of you who say, that's not a big difference, I don't know if you have any weights in your garage or a gym in your house, but go and grab something that weighs 50 pounds and see how that feels. Stand up without it, then sit down, then grab that 50 pounds and stand up with that 50 pounds. And you tell me if 50 pounds is not a big deal. Okay? Then when you're getting that 50 pounds behind your punches, you tell me that's not a big deal. So Floyd Mayweather is right. And he's just tired of people out here giving him a hard time. It's like everywhere he goes, somebody else giving him a little poke. But he's kind of earned that because I don't think some people understand that Floyd Mayweather has been able to break lock with this character Money May, the brash, outspoken, disrespectful, almost, vile, disgusting character that he created. And it worked. But there's Floyd Mayweather. And what we're getting now is Grandpa Floyd, Floyd Mayweather, the businessman, doing exhibitions. He's more active than these professional fighters. The whole Money May thing is over. You don't even hear him talking and carrying on no more. It's over. But some people don't want to allow him to escape that. They want to keep that over his head and think that, okay, this is who he is. Nah, man, it was a character. If you listen to him talk, he says that. It was something he conjured up, said it should work, and it did. And he ran all the way to the bank with it. So, job well done to Floyd. But I agree, we still see Floyd Mayweather as this amazing boxer, this amazing talent, and that Floyd Mayweather can get in the ring and still do the things that we were used to seeing. Let me tell you, those days are over. This man's almost 50. There's a lot of things I used to do. A lot of things probably some of y'all used to do. Whether you were 15, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, right? And when time goes by, there's a certain window where you get better, but it's almost like you peak and then the shit starts to come down. And, Father Time is unbeaten. So I don't think Floyd Mayweather should be messing around with any of these clowns. Keep doing what he's doing, making his money. Hey, if Jake Paul, I'll put it to you like this. If Jake Paul can have Showtime backing him in a long-term contract to go out here and handpick, cherry-pick opponents with big names, but who are on the decline, right? And for Jake Paul to go and make like $20 million a fight, okay? Showtime make a gazillion dollars, right? If it's okay for Jake Paul to do it, and we shouldn't give Floyd Mayweather a hard time about his exhibitions against YouTubers or whoever he decides to fight. We shouldn't give Manny Pacquiao a hard time for him out here about to do an exhibition. We shouldn't give Hatton, Barrera, Chavez, no one, none of these ex-fighters who are outstanding fighters, right? We shouldn't give them a hard time about anything. Allow them to do their exhibitions and make their money. They're retired, they're enjoying life, and they're still able to make money. Now, Jake Paul wants to call himself a serious professional boxer and brag about beating champions from the UFC. I mean, come on. Knock it off. If you want someone to really put some respect on your name, Jake Paul, fight John Jones. Okay? That's who you fight. Not Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz, that's not the answer. Fight John Jones. Matter of fact, Daniel Poirier, whatever his last name is, fight him. That's what I want to see. You definitely don't want to do it in no damn MMA, no wrestling match. Daniel Poirier, whatever his last name is, the little fat one. You don't want to wrestle with him. That man will kill you. So, Jake Paul's a joke, man. Tommy Fury, I'm curious to see how he's going to continue to grow and develop. Because, like I said, man, he's got the right team around him. And the thing about old Tommy Fury, hold on, I'm about to tell you something about Tommy Fury. The thing about Tommy Fury is he can't come to the States because, the Kinahan connection had his whole traveling plans to the United States derailed. And they still have him pigeonholed out there in the UK. So if Jake Paul or anyone wants to fight Tommy Fury, it's either going to be in the UK or some other country, but it won't be in the US. And as far as him being able to travel to the US, it's not gonna open up anytime soon. Him, Tyson Fury, a lot of those people who were attached to Kinahan, they're locked down out there in the UK for the most part. From trying to travel abroad to the US. But they can go other places and box and do what they want, but they just can't come to the U.S., which it is what it is, because obviously it's some funny business out there. But that being said, see what goes on Sunday. I know Jake Paul's doing face-offs with some guy named Andrew Tate, and he's talking about picking a big name for early next year. But the only fight that makes sense at this point is either Hasim Rahman Jr. or Tommy Fury. Jake Paul better leave them damn champions alone. But he's good at marketing, calling out big names, but we know Jake Paul isn't getting in there with no damn real threat. Hasim Rahman Jr., that would be interesting because Hasim Rahman Jr. gets hit. And I would like to see what would happen if Jake... Man, can you imagine if Jake Paul and Rahman got in the ring and got busy? How devastating that would be if Jake Paul actually knocked him out. Because Jake Paul has the power, but Jake Paul doesn't like to get hit either. That's one thing I noticed in the Anderson Silva fight. Jake Paul was hauling ass around that ring. When he was getting touched up and all that little kind of spaghetti stringy hair, because he has a receding hairline. That's why he's growing out that muff, trying to cover up that damn forehead of his. Jake Paul was hauling ass when he was getting touched, especially those uppercuts, man. So if I was fighting Jake Paul, I'm telling you right now, I'd make sure I was in great shape, but I would bring it to his ass. Only thing you gotta watch out for is the damn right hand. And he does a pretty decent job of disguising it, but once you know how to, man, in and out feints, man. I fought southpaw, so you just avoid that right hand, man. Put him in your line of fire. Get my right foot out of his left foot, man. It'll be over for him. But he doesn't like getting hit, and when he gets hit, he often puts his head down too. Telling you, man, get the right person in the ring, Jake Paul will be no more. With that being said, we'll see what he's going to decide to do. They need to stop calling out Floyd, man. Floyd's an old man. Leave that man alone. Let him make his money. And Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, that's the fight to make, in my opinion. Hassan Rockman Jr. is a good one. But really, money-wise, Jake Paul and Tyson Fury is the fight to make. With that being said, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Appreciate the support. Shout out to all the veterans, people from all 7 continents. Support the channel. You can donate. I appreciate it. As always, I'm in the breeze.